Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. Today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Says by Zentangle. Now I have missed on here also because back when I did the video on the Tangle Mist, it's like, well, that's just the top part. And so I left it kind of open because I knew that there were several tangles that I would want to put underneath. So this is going to be one of them. All right, this is, it's a nice filler tangle. It's also, kind of a texture, sort of. So a lot of uses for this one. Now, this starts out, and I think this is maybe the third video, yes, that, where we kind of start off with just putting some random dots. Now, if you don't want to do random dots, you don't have to. I sometimes find it a help. Actually, not just sometimes. I a lot of times find it a lot of help to just put some dots down, and that gets me started. Versus just trying to do something and make it look like it's random. So this one, you start with a dot, and then you can make the dot just a little bit bigger if you want. And then this one, we're just going around and, around again. So we're like aura-ing that dot. And again, however many times you want, honestly. And then go to the next one. As I said, if you want to make that dot a little bit bigger or something, you certainly could. Now, with putting the dots down first, one of the things that you can do is, and especially if you do it lightly at first, then you could, if you have them too close together, you could kind of run right over one if you want. If you can manage it. Oh, hey, look at that, will be in the path, and then you can kind of handle it that way. I'm going to put another one on here. So, or two. You can also add ones if you want to. For me, again, it's just about getting things started and having a place to put them. So, this is somewhat similar to the Tangle Printomps, which I have not done. I kind of that's a tangle that I should probably just do a video on it. I like to reserve that one, though, as I have that one. There's three that I do in my Zentangle Essentials class where I talk about the essential techniques, lots of things with Zentangle and the methodology, and that's one of the ones that I use for that. But so it's similar to that. That one is more like a spiral. And let's see. Like I said, you can add more if you want. I think I might add one right up here, but Printomps is more of where you are really working to fill in and have them kind of butt up against each other type of thing, and you're really trying to pack them in. Where this is a little bit different. So when you have however many you want, then, and it's also different in these the last step is that we then oh yeah, okay. So then, yeah, saying if I'm liking how it is, then great. Then we're going to aura all of this. And if you have like a couple pieces that I'm going outside my line, but that's okay. If you have one kind of by itself here, that's okay. Because you can either incorporate it with, which I think I will, or you could do it separately. If you're doing it over a larger scale, maybe you have a couple that you want to kind of pair together and with the aura. But I'm going to do this where I'm just going to like that. Just making a little line, just kind of like I said, just putting those together. And then these ones I do what I call bouncing. So I'm not going to go through, but so it's kind of like comes to a point, and then here, oh, I can't fit there either. So it comes to a point. Oh, and then here too. And like so. And if you ended up with some gaps like I have right here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of aura those, in making a little box, a little rectangle, aura-ing all of the sides in there. And that's really the only one that I have. And then we can do some shading. Now, this one, now you probably could find a way to, if you wanted to shade bits of that, but this one, I just want to show you, the way they show it in my Zenthology is just kind of going around this orid section, or if you have, like I said, if you have little places like that, and adding graphite around all of it, and having it where you're really shading the entire thing instead of the individual elements. And I feel like I'm using there we go. Just needed to shift that a little bit because I was feeling like I was getting a point and not, sometimes you get a flat space. That's what I was looking for, but it was like, why is that being so thin? There we go. All right. And you know what? Right here, because there's a little bit of a gap right here, I'm just going to make a little triangle, kind of aurating all of that. And then with the tortillon, and actually now I'm going to spread that evenly in there. It's neat to, even if you're filling in a section, when you take the tortillon and just smudge it, it just evens out the graphite. Just makes it look really, really nice. Sometimes I think it darkens it too. I think that was another video that I did, and I was like, oh, hey, it's either a video or a class. I'm like, wait a minute, look at that. It's that seems to be darker, because I compared. Oh, it was Midnight, the Tangle Midnight. I think that was what it was. And I was like, whoa, look at that. That's neat. Oops, went off the thing. Sorry about that. Oh, and you know what? This little guy right here, I'm just going to use what's left on my tortillon. And we'll fill that in there just to make it a little bit dark. But that's kind of neat. So that, this is, I should have prefaced this. This is going to, well, except for my yammering at the beginning, this will be one of the quicker of the quickie videos. But I wanted to share something else. So we typically, this is done with orbs, but what if, you could also do it where your orb is a little flatter and more ovally, and I thought, well, gosh, because, it looks like mist, and even with this coming down with the rain, actually, and I'll show you what prompted that anyway. So this was a class, let me back this up. This was a class that we did. This tangle is called Rain. I might have a video on that. Mist. And because it's like, it just all goes together, and then says kind of looks like little rain puddles. But so if you do that, and I didn't think about it till, actually, you know what? It was one of the gals on our Tangle Addicts Facebook group did this really, really, really neat thing. And she did says, but she did it in ovals like this. And I'm like, oh, what a fantastic idea, where you could do that and make it look more like puddles. Now, she did some really fantastic things with shading and colors and all of that, but it was really neat. But, why not? I mean, these are orbs. We call them orbs for a reason. And the reason is because, if you said circle, it's too much pressure. But it can be whatever you want. But anyway, so I just wanted to show that because there's a neat option. And then it looks even cooler with having the graphite all around it, because then it makes it look misty. So just really, really neat ideas. And with that, in the description box, I have a link to my step outs. As well as ways to connect if it's something that you might want to do. If you enjoyed the video, thumbs up are greatly appreciated. And if you liked it enough to see more, then go ahead and click that subscribe button. And I would also highly recommend clicking the little bell next to it so you can decide how you want to be notified or not, because there is a not option on there as well. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that. And if you have any comments, would love to see them. And with that, I'm going to wish you happy tangling.